everyone's Chrissy for the monthly recommendation video. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I really love the topic for March. I just found out about it like a week ago. And saw a video a couple days ago that I'm really excited to do this, even though it's like super late. You don't know what monthly recommendation is? It is a group that is created by Trina at Between Chapters and Kaylor, and I'm going to have links to all the information about that down below. This month's topic is Ownvoices books, which I pretty much exclusively talk about queer literature and diverse literature on this channel, because that's pretty much all that I read. Even in the films that I talk about on this channel are usually all queer films. So yeah, I talk about a lot of diverse literature, and it's really cool that to try to focus on more Ownvoices literature. So it's literature that's written by about diverse issues by people who are part of those issues, which is just really, really great. I'm a writer who writes a lot of queer Black characters in my books, so that's a thing that I'm really excited about, people being more excited about reading. And so yeah, I'm going to do a comics rundown first. It's going to be really quick because I want to talk about some comics, because I love comics that are Ownvoices, and then we're going to jump into some books. Miss Marvel is such an amazing comic. It's about Kamala Khan, who is the new Miss Marvel, and she is Muslim. And this is a story that is written and edited by Muslim women, and I am so excited about that. I've read all of 5 volumes of Miss Marvel, and I absolutely love that series. There are definitely some comics in the series that aren't necessarily my favorites, or were kind of okay for me. Crushed was like, the Generation one was kind of like, eh, but then like, after the last 2 volumes were so freaking good. The first one was really, really great introduction to Kamala. Really, really excited that this series exists. Midnighter by Steve Orlando. And Steve Orlando is actually writing a lot of great stories. I've talked about Midnighter on this channel. Midnighter is a queer superhero, and Steve Orlando is bisexual, I believe. And he writes a lot of queer superheroes into his different stories. And so it's really, really, really great. Midnighter is such a fun comic. It's a little more violent than comics that I like to read, but I really like that his sexuality is really not a big deal in that story. And yes, it's just really, really fantastic. I think Steve Orlando also worked on the Ray comic, and he's going to be working on Justice League of America. The Ray is a gay character who is going to be the first gay character on a main Justice League team. Like, he's on the main team for the upcoming Justice League comics, which is just really, really, really awesome. I don't know if there's any queer characters in his other stories, like Namesake, but I do plan on reading those as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are queer characters in that comic as well. So I'm just really enjoying Steve Orlando's writing right now. Shadow Hero by Jean Luen Yang. I reviewed this one pretty recently in the last couple months on the channel. This is a story about the first Asian American superheroes, or a retelling of that story, kind of. It's basically, there was a long, like in the Golden Age comics era, there was a superhero whose face was never shown. His face was all recovered in the artwork, but whose story was very rooted in Asian culture. And so it was an Asian American superhero. It was intended to be an Asian American superhero. But they weren't able to definitely say that in the comic for whatever reason. So in the new comic, you definitely know that. It's the background of the character's power is very rooted in that. I did a full review of this, like I said, a couple months ago, and so I'll just have a link to it down below if you guys want to hear more about it. Alright, the first book is a book that I'm not done with. I basically read the first 150 pages of it this morning. I'm probably going to finish it after I film this. It is Hidden Figures by Margot Lee Shetterly. This is if you guys haven't heard about the movie Hidden Figures, it's that, but a lot more apparently. So I don't know, I haven't seen the movie yet, but this is following the lives of these young Black women who became a part of NASA's team. They're all mathematicians who helped NASA starting back in World War II was where the book starts at, and goes all the way up to the space program. And oh my God, so good. I swear I could not been able to put this book down. It's been really, really difficult to do, but I had so much other stuff to do that I was just like, But yeah, it's really, really good. I'm taking a little break around the page 150 or so, and I'm going to probably finish it a little bit later today, but it's really, really good. The author is a Black woman, and it's fantastic. I'm definitely going to probably try to do a full review of this one when I have it finished on the channel, or maybe I'll go watch the movie and then review. I don't know. Tell me what you think I should do. I don't know, but this is good, and I definitely recommend people go and check it out. Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan. Aren't many of David Levithan's books? This was just the fastest one to pull from my shelf. David Levithan is a gay author who writes a lot of books with really with LGBT themes, and I love him, and I met him, and I was so excited about it. Boy Meets Boy was one of my first reads by him. I think it's between this and Rome Possibility. I read it in the same month, and can't really remember which order it was in, but Boy Meets Boy is about a guy named Paul in a very wonderful town that's very queer accepting, and it was a really great book for me in high school because I kind of needed it at the time. And it's about Paul falling for this boy named Loa, and it's a really cute romance. I really like the progression of the story. I liked a lot of the characters in the story, and it's just a magical book for me. So yeah, David Levithan. Other books by him, Two Boys Kissing, amazing book. Way more widespread. I kind of recommend that book to kind of everyone because just wow. And yeah, there's other ones too, but those two are ones I'm going to mention right now. Written Out by April Daniels is a superhero comic following a trans superhero, and it is fantastic. I feel like reviewed it on multiple things, but I definitely had a great review on my blog you guys want to check out, so I'll have a link to that down below. But oh my god, the main character, Danielle, in this story, I love following her hero journey. She gets these powers that makes her body the way that she wants it to be, but then she also has powers like flight and like strength and these things, and she becomes this hero and has such a great hero origin story in this novel. I'm so excited for the next one. Oh my god, I need it to come out sooner because it's going to be so good. I highly recommend this book. A few of my friends on BookTube have read it and also really enjoyed it. Yes, definitely going to check out this book if it's interesting to you at all. If you like superhero stories, it's LGBT, it's just really, really good. For my last book, I'm going to go with Last Seen Leaving by Caleb Roerick. Caleb Roerick is an author who, I think this was his debut novel. I read this book and was blown away by it. It's a thriller kind of mystery story about a kid named Flynn whose girlfriend has gone missing. And his ex-girlfriend has gone missing. And so, yeah, Flynn is gay. He's been in the closet up until this point. And when his girlfriend goes missing, he's a suspect for reasons. And so, yeah, we're following the story as Flynn's trying to figure out what happened to his ex-girlfriend, and also dealing with his sexuality, dealing with coming out, dealing with some issues with his friends and family, and all these different things. But really, it's just a really fantastic mystery with a really compelling main character that I really enjoy. And yeah, I really like it a lot. Caleb Roerick is gay. The main character is gay. It's Ownvoices. Yeah, I recommend this book as often as I can, so I wanted to put this in here because I don't think I've done this in a monthly recommendation set because it's been a while since I've done one. But so good. So good. Alright, that's it for my Ownvoices recommendation video. This time there are so many other Ownvoices books that I've read in the last few months that I could mention, but it's just like things off the top of my head, these things that are on my shelf and not from the library, things that just pop into my head as they pop in my head is what I did for this one. But yeah, tell me if you read any of these books and if you enjoyed them. If you have any recommendations for me for books to read, then definitely leave those in the comments down below as well. I love book recommendations. Book recommendations are fantastic. But yeah, check out the monthly recommendations group, which has all the links down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.